Welcome back to our extreme modded series of Factorio playing with the space extension mod, and let's get right into it. That's the one I want. Last time we left off, we were starting to build components for the spaceship. Let's just quickly go to map. So what I've done is I have well, basically finished it up. So here we have all of the rocket control units. Up here we have a few more, and we also have the what are these things? The what are they called again? These things, low density structures, and a train station for the rocket components, rocket fuel delivery to this area because that's needed in the satellites, and a satellite build just here. And just because in the past we haven't really done enough, many roboports to ensure that everything's hunky-dory. We've also finished off the spaceship command, so in terms of research we now have this one that needs space research, and otherwise the faster than light theory A we can start moving onto. This really didn't take that long in spite of it being 192,000, well 384,000 of these two, but yeah. Recovering from it is taking longer. I think we're still in the process of recovering from it. Let's just have a look. What are we doing in terms of production at the moment? A huge number of iron, and copper is probably no, copper's not actually building that many at the moment. That's interesting. Let's have a look at how much of those things we have. That's the reason why. We've got plenty of copper at the moment. Iron is trying to catch up but struggling a little bit, and the science packs are refreshing up to 100,000, with purple probably trailing a bit. Yes, yes indeed, that is what is happening. So while that's carrying on, we're down here, and I have a rocket component drop-off, which is the control units and the structures, and the rocket fuel drop-off, because that comes from over here, of course. I've built some rocket fuel, so rocket fuel pickup, this is the one for the launches, this is the one for the satellites area. A couple of things, missing something. What are you actually missing? Oh, just lights. Do we have any lights on us? No, well, we don't really need lights there then, do we? Stop it flashing for a while. Come back later with lights maybe. One over there as well. Goodbye. Here we go. Seriously, another one. Alright. Are you actually there? Looks like it. But you're not. No. Never mind. Missing a couple of lights. Doesn't matter. So what I have done here is I have constructed a four launch silos. We're only really providing material, assuming everything works properly, for 2 launches per minute, but anyone who's tried to do a launch per minute would know that you simply, if you just have one, you can't actually get enough material in to launch 1 per minute, so you need slight overflow. What's that? 6, 7, 8, 9. Get 9 across. Okay. Maybe if we put, say, 3 over here, and we'd need 6 down here then. Something like that. So yeah, so I've built 4, mainly because we'll probably, you know, sort of semi-buffer this between launch cycles and then be launching a whole lot off. Not really sure, but anyway, 4 probably looks better than just 2, and two in theory shouldn't keep up with what we can actually produce. So and you might have a mismatch between the creation of components to send up into space and your ability to keep refreshing the supply of resources for each of your silos to get them into space. So what do all of these things need to be? Well, this is just, I like to have about 6 of each of the things. So you can be, say, rocket fuel. If you were about 120, then when we multiply that by 6, we get 720. And that should be enough for one full launch by the time you add in the 40% productivity boost. So that is what we will do. We also have a significant speed increase here. So that will play a part as well. What can you be? Rocket control units maybe. Times 120. And of course you're going to need some of those. And last but not least is the low density structures. Oops, I need to make them 120 first. That is 120, isn't it? Yeah, this needs to be 120. Let's just type it in. Save a moment. 120. Very good. And you need some of these. So that part should be enough for everywhere to do what we want, which is be supplied and ready to go. Of course I'm probably out of supplies. So here's the thing, do I build a special outpost here when this is not part of my standard network and it's probably not going to find what it needs, or not? And I guess the answer is probably or not. I will probably just manually go and get, what's that, construction robots. That's not what we want. We want the other sort of robots. Do I have any here? Logistics, 250. I do. Oh, these aren't unloading yet. That's what my other problem is. So if they were, we would see a little bit of activity here. Passive supplies, okay. Now, do I unload these on both sides to speed them on their way? That is a good question. I'm not sure yet. Perhaps I do. And we're out. We're out of everything. It's kind of annoying. That's one way to power them all up. So what do we need? Well, I would like a fair few logistic robots for sure. It's already asking for 50. Oh, it's asking for 50 there and 100 here. Well, how about we make it, say, 500. Take me up to rocket components pickup. Now these are running on rocket fuel, of course, supplied by the rocket fuel train that delivers to our components up here, which means it gets up to about 300 kilometers per hour almost, just before it has to slow down again, and we are running at half speed, so you're not getting much of the effect of that visible there. just stop here for a second because I want robots to come and deliver me some things. And yes, we still have 60-something thousand robots busy running around. Oh, they're going to take away my excess beacons. That's a good thing. I probably don't need those just at the moment. Or those. Let's see how long they take to top me up. You can go faster. Now, as soon as we have started launching, I haven't actually set up a train yet between the launch pad and science, but obviously we will need a science pad to do that. You're not really high priority, but never mind. How about bringing me the logistic robots? They're the ones I really want. Not these other things. I guess they're coming from, well, to put it into perspective, they're coming from up here. That's where I'm making them. That's where they're coming from to deliver to me. So that's a fairly long trip. Anyway, let's see how they go. Do we have any yet? No. I will need this rail soon. Come on, robots. Here we go. Starting to get some. Probably don't need a whole lot of those. Oh, I don't need 37. No. Here come some boxes. That's all very good. These numbers are starting to tick up. Let's have a look how many we actually have sitting around. Let's just go robots. None. Alright. So whatever we get, well, we look like we're getting a few hundred of them at least, which isn't too bad. Not sure if we'll get the full 500. When we start running out of robots, I'll take the train back. Uh, 100, 200, 300, 50 of course. Yeah, I don't need all of these guys. We can take them back for now. Any more coming? What are you bringing me? Robots? Seems to have slowed off for the time. So, let us... There's some. Seems to have slowed off. Let them build some more. Let's just go back to our actual build. Drop off. Let's go. Did we get the other things we needed? Yes, mainly. I guess we can take it and see what happens. Test the launches. We need these things to go into there. These ones to go in there. That's all to the good. I don't know where that guy's going. He didn't unload, but never mind. Right. So that should be enough of those. Now, out of those. So see the see the advantage of having oh, here it comes back, of having like a supply stop, supply train. There we go, it's actually going to start loading that stuff up, which is very cool. Let's jump on board. We'll get a bit more action this time. I 50, how many do I need? I'm probably close to as many of those as I kind of need. Let's lower that a little bit, 300 maybe. This should load up, it should kick some stuff into action here. Let's just hit that to manual because I want it to stay until I've got my stuff. As you can see, these things are firing up. A bunch of robots are coming over to do the sort of stuff that they do. Just give some power to this beacon, and we have rapidly got to a point where the train would probably have just taken off had we let it. But of course we didn't. Now, I am in particular looking for stack inserters, by the way, robots. So if you have some, you know, bring them along. Share. These are probably going to cut off fairly soon. The rate we're running, it will take almost 2 minutes probably to return to whatever level they needed to get to refill the train, but that's fine because we're running at half speed, of course. We've only got 10 of those. Let me just check how many are in stock here. $400, we should be good to get our 50, that's all we need. So 14, they're slowly turning up, as are some of these robots. This will be the episode that we launch something, for sure. Just waiting for the inserters to get to 50, hopefully that's enough. Let's take off with that. Pretty sure this is fully loaded and we'll just head as soon as we let it. There comes the rocket fuel. Right, let us get the rest of these things. Ooh. Active, and these ones as well. Two left, huh? So now, oops, stuck up there. What I generally do when I build these sorts of things for a SpaceX playthrough is I have a controller that controls what is what goes into the rocket silos, so that I can make sure that enough things are built and that we only launch the amount that we need to, etc, etc. Now in this case, oh, won't reach there, but it will if I just, maybe I'll just put it to the side for now so we don't need more power. Oh, these ones will reach, that's fine. So I want you, for now, I just want you to request a satellite, because why not? We need to get some satellites in the air, so let's start requesting them. And look at all this stuff coming. That's interesting. Oh, they changed the name. Auto launch with cargo. Awesome. Used to say auto launch with satellite, but that was kind of silly because it works with any cargo. You just control the cargo that you put into it. How's this one going? Not as fast as it would seem to go if it was running at full speed rather than half speed. So are all of these going to rise up together? In theory they should. What's going on here? You're sitting at 99% because you're missing something. What are you missing? Rocket control units, really? I'm going to wait for all four, which shouldn't be very long. And then, do they all have a satellite? That's good. Let's just have a look up here at the rocket control units train. It's on its way. That's fantastic. Now we need a way to evacuate. Do I have any purple? No, I don't have any purple. Of course not. And I can't build any. We're going to need a way to evacuate the space science that we return with. Let's see, this one should finish momentarily. As soon as some rocket control units get delivered over here. There we go. So what I really want probably is actually filter inserters on here. I can build some. One, so I don't have any on me. 2, 3, 4. Alright, let's just build some. Now that should do nothing, which is what we want. And 2 to go. Must have run out of green circuits, fair enough. What we're going to do is set up a mini controller device, kind of here maybe. And we will run oops. You're kidding me, right? Can't reach that far. Right. Where are the wires? We don't want those wires, we only want these wires. This one's not going to work either, of course, but we know what we need to do now. We can put one of those in there, we can get rid of the wire, we can attach that, and attach that. And over to here, and the same deal once again. Now, auto launch with cargo. Auto launch with cargo. Auto launch with cargo. Auto launch with cargo. Let us, for now, evacuate the space science to a passive provider. We're going to have to change that though to an active provider. And we don't have enough stack inserters, of course. Just so we can get moving with this, you can filter out stack inserters. Sorry, space science. There we go. Now, you are going to set filters. We will in future add read hand contents so that we can count the numbers of components that we've launched, but at the moment I don't especially care. And let's come into here, turn you off for a second, add in satellites. Where's satellites? They're under here. Satellite, there you go. As soon as we hit the on, this will launch, so let's do it. There we go. And here we go. Our first launch in the SpaceX campaign. In slow-mo. Is it any more impressive because it's in slow-mo? And that's good timing for the fuel rocket to be arriving. There we go, ladies and gentlemen, the first 4 satellites have been launched and our first space science is coming off the press hot as we speak. How much space science do we actually get? Is it 1,000? Yep. And these things are now trying to restock for another launch. And yeah, that stacks, I think 1,000 or even 2,000 stack into a single thing, so that should be pretty good. How are we going? 61%, you've got a satellite, you've got a satellite. How are you going with your percentage? 78, 79, 83, 93. I don't think they're all going to be perfectly timed because robots are dumb, but let's just see what happens for the second one. Here we go, they're not too far off. That's pretty good. How much space science do you still have in here? 4. Done. Awesome. Done, done, done. Awesome. Timing is perfect. And that's 1K. Awesome. And here we go again. Now we're not going to be able to maintain this rate, obviously, but since I'm only producing enough in theory for two launches per minute, but and that's game time. So, but anyway, it's cool while it lasts. So, with that, and the train turning up once more, I will bid you adieu and see you in the next, when we will set up our space science and we will finally start tackling, well, in fact I might even set up the space science train kinda now, and we'll start tackling getting some bot speed improvement. Hopefully that will help us out. Who knows? Anyway, see you then. Thanks a lot. Bye bye.